Good morning, everyone. My name is Lavpreet Singh, and I'm a Master IELTS trainer at gandhisir.com. And today we are going to discuss some tips and tricks of true false not given. Let's get started. So, let us try to make our concepts more clear with an example. So, here in the first question, it says that fired bricks are not efficient in countries with hot weather as they absorb too much heat. So, our first priority should to understand the question, that what is the demand of the question, and then look for the information in the paragraph. So, here they are talking about fired bricks in the question, and this is our keyword which we have to find in the paragraph, and that will give us the location to our answer. So start reading the paragraph. Bricks are one of the oldest known building materials, dating back to the 7000 BCE. The oldest found were sun-dried mud bricks in the southern Turkey, and these would have been standard in those days. Although all this information is not regarding the fired bricks, so we will directly move to our keyword so that we can save our time for the next questions. So here in the second last line, it says that fired bricks are also useful in hotter climates, as they can absorb any heat generated throughout the day and then release it at night. But in the question they are saying that fire bricks are not efficient, and in the paragraph it says fire bricks are also useful, which means our verb is contradictory here. So yes, you corrected it right, so our answer is false. So now I think this is more clear to you, that how we can find the information and look for the information in the paragraph by using the keyword, and then we understand the information which they are asking to us and the information which is given to us. Let's move to the question number 2, and it says Roman brick production was determined by the season it was. So here they are talking about the Roman bricks, their production, and about the season. So these three are our keywords, and we will look for these keywords in the paragraph. As this whole paragraph is about the Roman bricks, so we will start reading from the starting. So here it says Roman brick production was determined by which season it was. It is a very simple question in which they're asking us that the brick production was determined by the season. So our keywords are the season and the Roman brick production, and we will look for this information in the paragraph. We'll start from the starting. The Romans also distinguished between the bricks they used that were dried up by the sun and the air, and the bricks they were fired in the kiln. The Romans were real brick connoisseurs, which means they were the real brick experts. They preferred to make their bricks in the spring and hold on to their bricks for 2 years before they were used or sold. So here in this line we get the information we are looking for. As we all know that this whole paragraph is all about the Roman brick production, so we got our first keyword, which is Roman brick production, and the second thing is the season, and here we get the season, which is a spring season. And then now we will look if this answer makes sense. So yes, it is making sense that they prefer to make their bricks in the spring and hold on to their bricks for 2 years, which is asked in the question ki yes, this is determined by the season. And which season we are talking about? We are talking about spring season. So yes, you guessed it right, and the answer is true. I hope this is clear to everyone. So let's just move to third question. So in this question they are asking the bricks that led to brick Gothic period in the northern Germany were popular with house builders. So we have to look for the information in the paragraph, which is the bricks, the Gothic period, and their popularity with house builders. Start reading it from the starting. During the 12th century, bricks were introduced to northern Germany from northern Italy. So this is just a general line which you can say is a paragraph line which tells us about what we are going to read in the paragraph. So let's just look for our keywords. This created the brick Gothic period. So yes, this is our keyword. So let's just find out the answer, which was reduced style of Gothic architectural previously very common in northern Europe. The buildings around this time were mainly built from fired red clay bricks. So, till now, we haven't got the information we are looking for. The brick Gothic period can be categorized by lack of figural architectural sculptures that had previously been carved in stone, as Gothic figures were impossible to create out of bulky bricks at that time. So here in whole paragraph they are, although they are talking about the brick Gothic period and many other things, but they did not talk about the popularity of those bricks with the house builders. So yes, you corrected it right. We haven't got our complete information in the paragraphs. So yes, the answer is not given. Let's just move to the question number 4. That buildings showing brickworks were generally not liked during the Renaissance. So this is again the word Renaissance means the period. The bricks suffered a setback during the Renaissance and the Baroque period, which exposed brick wall becoming unpopular and brickwork being generally covered by plaster. So yes, in this very line we get our answer, which they are talking about in the question. They are talking about which is generally not liked during that period, and in the paragraph itself it says that there is a setback. In the first line they say brick suffered a setback, which means there is something wrong with that. And then they talked about the period with wrong with what, with exposed brick walls becoming unpopular, which means they were generally not liked by the liked in that period. So yes, you guessed it right. So our answer is true. Let's move to question number 5th. And it says that some bricks can soak up too much water due to their absorbent qualities. So here in question our keywords are type of bricks which can soak up a lot of water due to their absorbent qualities. So these are the keywords which we have to find in the paragraph. And when looking for the information in the paragraph, fifth line, it says, on the other hand, there are some bricks which have more pores and therefore more susceptible to damage from dampness, which means the effect which we get after something is soaked in water, or there is a high water content in something, we call it damp or dampness, from dampness when exposed to water. So yes, here we got our information. On the other hand, there are some bricks that are more porous. This is their quality because they are more porous and therefore they are more susceptible, which means they susceptible to damage from dampness, which means that they can soak up too much water. So yes, the information which is given to us in the question matches completely with the information which is given to us in the paragraph. So yes, the answer is true. Okay, so I hope that this lecture was helpful for all of you, and I really hope that all of you get good marks. So thank you for your patience and for your time. Thank you.